The girl was not wearing any earring. I said, I want more deeper life. Oh! I'll close with a story. So when I was chairman of the bank, there was this day, the MD came to me and said, Chairman, we need you to meet the person that's been interviewed and selected to go and serve as MD of one of the countries in Africa where we have a bank. So I said, okay, talk to my office, set up the meeting. So they set up the meeting. And this day, this guy, my office, they sent the file to my office and my office set up the meeting. So this guy came to my office, I met with him, interviewed him. They'd interviewed him, I just had a chat with him, looked at the paperwork, he was first in the interview and all of that. And I found him to be ideal for the job. So as the chair, I blessed him. I'd never hide that I'm a Christian. So I blessed him, prayed for him, and said they could pass it into the next board meeting for approval for the guy to go and serve. About 2 weeks after, the MD comes back to me and says, Chairman, actually there was a mistake. I said, what mistake? He said, the guy that came to see you is not the one that we want to send. I said, what happened? He said, it's actually the guy who came second that we would like to go. I said, well, you send the papers to me. I found, you guys interviewed him, not me. You had an interview panel. He was the best in the interview. I met him. He was sound for the job, and I blessed him. There's no reversing it. Wait, don't clap, because I need you to understand what your assignment is as a tent maker who is a disciple. So they grumbled, tried to make a case, and I said, the matter is closed, because it is. Anyhow, the matter came to so as soon as I finished that conversation, I went to my office. I called my assistant and I said, Timtokwe, come, find me some information about that guy. I said, which guy? I said, the guy going to this country. She said, why? I said, this is what just happened. This guy either has a praying mother or a praying wife. Because it was clear. Somehow, they could have set it up that I will not know. Very, very easily. What will come to me will be what they planned. But somehow, they confused themselves, delivered to me the fact paper, and it was clear that this guy was the best in the interview. And I had done my own part before they came back. So I knew this was the hand of God, nothing else. So I said, go and find out for me. So she went online. She Googled the guy, and then she came back to me laughing. I said, why? She showed me a picture of the guy and his wife. The girl was not wearing any earring. I said, I'm a deeper life. Oh! No, but wait. I want you to understand the traps. I want you to understand your assignment. I said, I'm a deeper life. That I'm sure from the day the guy decided he wanted to apply for the post, because the guy was in internal audit. It was not a common kind of role that will apply for that kind of role. But he was confident enough to. Yes. And then I'm sure they prayed themselves. And he was excellent in the interview. Far ahead of the others. So, that closed the matter. Now, let me now tell you the message. Imagine if I had no understanding of who I am in Christ and my role in that place as a child of God who is a gatekeeper. Wait, just wait. I want you to go away knowing who you are. I do not want you to ever be confused as to why God has placed you anywhere. I sat down and I said to myself, if I had, in trying to please the MD and all the other people, because all I had to say was, it's okay, change it. That was the end of the story. I had the power for them to authorize them to make the change. But what would I have done? I would have positioned myself against God. In one go, trying to please men and submit to their ways, I would have positioned myself against God. God is no respecter of anyone. God deals with the word and the truth. Because that guy and his wife, and God knows how many people behind them have been praying, the hand of the Lord will fall upon me without a doubt. I'm a child of God, but I would have been against God in that moment.